And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. At long last, Shadowbringers. People have been waiting for this for 2.5 years at this point, and I've been waiting to see what the fuss is about. People are telling me this is where the game really gets good. This is where some people have told me the game has made them cry. That this is one of the best game stories they've ever experienced. So it's been hyped up to me pretty hard. And I'm really looking forward to finding out what it is. Before we start, I'm going to go back to the title screen and we're going to watch the trailer again, and I'm going to give new theories because I did think about it some after last stream. So let me bring the stream crew on. Beep boop.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Well enough, thank you.
Pretty well.
All right, let's go back to the title screen. And we're going to watch the Shadowbringers trailer, not traitor. Again.
I mean, speaking of traitor, the Japanese name for Shadowbringers is among the line of jet black traders, so...
Oh.
Yeah, it was like White Skies of Ishgard, like Red Skies of War, and then Jet Black Traders, I think.
Interesting.
Oh, Jet Black Villains, but I think there's Helper Kana above it that says Traders.
Gotcha. So, my going theory is now that there's time travel involved. That the Scions who got their souls sucked out, the reason it terminates their soul trails terminate so suddenly is not because they've been cut off from their bodies, it's because they've been sent back in time various distances to various eras and roles. Possibly to the War of the Magi, possibly to other periods. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm thinking there's time travel involved.
Was this inspired by the Minfilia line?
I think this was inspired by Crystal Tower having a town around it. If I remember Lore's chain of logic correctly.
No, I think that's something that happens after the current point of the story. Like, there's a town that's sprung up around the Crystal Tower's base. I don't think that's in the past.
Man.
No, this is me trying to put the pieces together of where they went, what they're involved with, and why some Amdapor stuff is up and about after we destroyed it.
I'm looking forward to this expansion. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you guys have been hyping it up to me for a while.
I mean, it's kind of the expansion that made me be like, Lore has to play this.
Hey chat, who's hyped? Oh, Milena beat me to saying it.
Okay, so that's almost certainly Gridania.
What sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
I cannot wait to find out why Y'shtola takes the name Matoya.
To run from my troubles.
Okay, like, the Amdapor bosses have to be significant, right? Like...
Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
God, I want to know what's up with Child Minfilia so bad.
Yeah, we knew that one would throw you for a loop, especially when you were thinking, oh yeah, big bad, it's gonna be her.
Yep. Thank you for keeping your mouths shut and your reactions subdued.
The trick was occasionally we had to keep our reactions literally muted, as in literally muting the mic.
Yeah. And you have no idea how much I am having to repress. Linda and Teddy know, but you have no idea.
Miniphilia. Ah, there's the Final Fantasy III theme. I love it so much.
I mean, there is a worse nickname you could give her. You could give her. Are you familiar with what the first part of the word pediatrician means?
Oh no. Let's not go there.
No.
Let's not go there. Let's just pass by that joke and never talk about it again.
No, that's no.
It's interesting that Vieira
Not
gets
a
like, the
good
big
joke in
spotlight in
context.
like that bit of the trailer, but then Hrothgars are just like, they're there.
Greater even than the seventh umbral calamity. He must be undone. If history must be unwritten, let it
Man, that trailer is so good.
Yeah, it's a very good one.
become what you must.
Why the Crystal Tower with that?
Become the warrior of darkness.
I'm watching it alongside you with the stream delay, and I'm always like, oh, I love that sky splitting apart from the darkness. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it that they made that the PvP limit break. It's so good.
Hell yeah. All right. All right. If my character will load, there we go.
Are you looking forward to context?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, so far, pretty much all you know is that Final Fantasy III was the big inspiration here.
Yeah, like we're back to the Alligans and
Yeah,
Final
well, I mean-
Fantasy III.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy III theme and the Crystal Tower, like, it's all very FF3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited to find out what the hell is going on. I think we're okay. So the 4.55 was like, come back in a while. We'll research this and try to figure out what's going on. And now 5.0. Now we are off to the Crystal Tower. I bet.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, let's see if I get any 1, 2, 3s. 1, 2, 6 does not count. All right, so who's ready for the jumping puzzle in Kugane for the rest of the stream?
I was just gonna make that joke. Also, this is you. That's probably at the next 3 streams if you do that.
Let's not do Domain Reconstruction this week. Let's just get straight to the MSQ.
Sure.
I say going to Masked Rose.
I would make a joke about the Master Rose not being straight, but honestly, I'm not sure.
Master Rose feels like the guy who, if he had a voice actor, would come across incredibly gay, and then one day would just make an offhand comment about having a wife.
Yeah.
2 wives even, who knows?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, bum. Oh, I did clean out my inventory and armory chest a bit, too, by the way.
Yeah, so you finally actually have space for leveling up again.
Loreweaver 15 used /ad_permitted_term. I will kill you. Let me just grab a screen cap of that to put that into the server.
All right, to Revenant's Toll.
That can go into pin cushions.
I think even if you succeeded at climbing the tower this stream, everybody would just push you off once you got to the top.
All right, party invite sent. Well, Taminda and Dai, let me see. Friend list.
You're on my friend list.
Oh, no, I was looking at
I
was looking at the free company.
Yeah.
There's Milena. Where the hell is the Rising Stones? There we go. Alright, Tataru the quest NPC, I think. Yep. Hell yeah. Oh wait, no, I didn't talk to everybody before ending last stream. Everyone labors tirelessly to fulfill the Scion's duties in their absence. And yet I sometimes wonder what worth yet remains in these old bones of mine. Hey, we'll take all the help we can get, man. Grandfather doubts his ability to contribute to the Scions. Yeah, his self-doubts are Isildur's bane. And try as I might, I cannot assuage his doubts. Would that Home was here. He would know what to say. Really? Nobody's going to laugh at the Lord of the Rings joke?
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm afraid there is still no change in the Scion's condition, and the means to wake them from their slumber yet eludes us. I pray this beacon at the Crystal Tower might guide us to an answer. Our brothers and sisters are fallen, 'tis true, but duty will not afford us time to wallow in misery. Until they are returned to us, we must work twice as hard. My brother says he will work twice as hard in the Scion's stead, which likely means I must work thrice as hard if I am to match his pace. In light of the present condition of the Scions, even Riol has returned from a field. Never has there been a greater need to marshal our resources. You needn't worry about the Scions. Ochre, my sister, and I have been keeping over them in shifts ever since they arrived at the Rising Stones. If only they would give some sign of stirring. I never realized just how critical a role the Archons played in all that we do here. It won't be easy to make up for their Really? Because Taliesin stopped voicing Urion J a while ago. Anyone else? Riol.
Laura, I'm sure Laura's heard a little bit about this, but I find it very amusing that they put out the preview of the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy crossover yesterday. And already, they showed like 4 cards, and one of them is already a big spoiler for lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a spoiler quarantine for the Final Fantasy set in a thread in the Magic the Gathering channel on my server, with people previewing it and showing me the stuff that isn't spoilers, which is going to be a careful dance because I really want to see the rest of the set.
Yeah. Like there's one spoiler that they've shown, and just like us thinking about Shadowbringers and Dawn Trail and Endwalker, like there are probably some other characters who are going to be not safe for lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, what I really want to see is the Final Fantasy IX stuff, but
no, of course.
Yeah. I thought things couldn't get any worse when the Garleans were gearing up for war. Then word reached me the Scions were in trouble. We need to find that beacon, and find it quick. Alright, now we can talk to Tataru. Shadowbringers Orchestrion roll. Is that the trailer music?
Yes.
Yes.
White Oak Weapon Coffer. Item level 385. Hang on, what are the item levels of my current gear? 400.
Higher than that, probably.
I've got a couple 290s, actually.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Don't worry about it. Like, you'll get gear as you progress.
Yeah. Good news, Lore. We've had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. Hell yeah. A path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Not as tedious as waiting around. Then we better go and give them a hand. Small Lalafell who does not fight. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. That's an interesting quest accepted jingle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, Tataru is an arcanist. Right. Also, I just realized I can probably sort my armory chest, which I've never done before. There. Okay.
You still have 3 tabs full in the backpack.
Various junk. Whoops, wrong place. Oh, right, this guy. You've just been sitting around waiting for us, huh, buddy? Well, bye.
Bye, Nuklai. We'll do your content some other time. Bye.
We've done it already. I mean, I'm pretty sure all that guy has left are the unlocks for the extremes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we'll do mount farming in at some point.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got the Trans
Oh, hey,
Dragon as our mount.
Yeah, that's that. Coincidentally, that happens to be a Shadowbringers mount.
Oh, fun. 99 stacks of various types of frogs. I have a stack of 99 of one of the frogs. Give me your frogs. I'll carry them.
Infraginity. Nah.
Infroginity sounds like something else.
It does.
Heading to the survey site, madam. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat.
Perhaps in Ribbity.
Ha! Oh, that's interesting music. Lore, the search continues, but I have no doubt we shall find this beacon of yours. The Archons need our help. Next to that, even matters of the heart don't seem to matter. Wow, the horny Scion has her mind in the right place for once. I've detected no slavering beasts in the vicinity. My sister accepted. The ironworks is out in force. Master Garland's orders. That towering edifice is the outer wall of the Crystal Tower's foundation. The Labyrinth of the Ancients, to be precise.
Been there, done that.
The air here weighs heavily upon me. 'Tis little wonder, I suppose, when standing in the shadow of such an imposing structure. Voiced cutscene? Yeah, searching the one bit of rubble in the room.
Look how many people there are.
Tataru? Tataru. There's like 8.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
God, that is... Hearing him voiced feels so weird.
Suddenly Irish.
Biggs! Wedge!
Where is he from to have that accent?
I guess somewhere in Elizabeth has an Irish accent.
Yeah.
Lots of countries have a north. Well, lots of planets have a north.
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse call it the chief of some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
Ah, now here's some rubble.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea, Bix.
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
No, Tataru, we're not letting you get stuck.
No, we couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Crystal seizure time? No, we found a thing. We found a thing that's not on camera yet. Show it to us. Look, nothing.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet.
It defies
We're
description.
not supposed to venture too far in.
What? What, Teddy?
Oh, I was jokingly saying it defies description when it hadn't shown it to you yet.
What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
Oh, uh-oh.
You are right.
What's happening?
Now I have you is not...
Focus on
is not something you want to hear in this situation.
Let expanse contract.
Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
No worries then?
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh,
Does she
thank
not
Johnny
look worried to you, Lore?
Find our friends and bring them home.
Throw wide the gates. Well, I'm still instantiated, so... could be worse. Where the fuck am I? Close my eyes and listen with my big ol' ears. Oh.
His light will shine again. Oh, do not look at me so.
Harushafant?
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot win. Away with you.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Oh.
Ah, the good old Hosh fun frax bang.
Hello.
Your time has not
Oracle
yet
of
come.
Light. Time has not yet come. Interesting. Well, this is the most involved crystal seizure I've ever had. Oh, I don't like that shadowy, stumbling figure. That's ominous. Oh, hey, it's the Warrior of Darkness.
Covered in the stuff.
Indeed. Bed of flowers, okay. This place is hard on the eyes.
Blinded by the light.
I don't like a douche, another roamer in the night.
From endless dreams I awake.
I don't know where you got that H from, but okay.
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Hello? Oh, Chocobo. Well, I'm just gonna pass that person by?
Oh no, I blended into the background a bit.
If this is the guy who brought me on his oh, it is the guy who from the
Once
opening.
again,
of
our
the
journey
Reborn.
begins with a merchant on the road.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Buddy, I have no idea. Night?
Yeah, the thing about being a roamer in the night, you just sang.
Yeah. Okay, so this is either another world where the Cloud of Light is winning, or this is a vision of the Cloud of Light winning here and on Hydaelyn. What do you mean this time of night?
It's bright as day.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time.
Same response.
And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, he'd reply.
Buddy, I'm not from around here, so if you could elaborate, I'd appreciate it. Is that a triangle of cheese?
Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it.
That's a very big ring.
Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains
Got to me? Who? Yeah, no, I'm not much for booze. Thank you, though.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around.
That's not the
Go
town
on,
at the
friend.
base of the Crystal Tower,
We'll
is
take
it?
good care of you in the Crystarium.
Crystarium? Oh, hey, it's playing that song that I always forget the name of.
Dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire, its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew, between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt, the one true struggle.
Shadowbringers. I like the cleft between the D and the O.
This is a new song with the Shadowbringers motif. We'll be hearing it a lot for the next few months.
The Forest of the Lost Shepherds, the Thirstless Shore, the Source. Oh, this is a whole ass new area. Huh. The Ostal Imperative. This place is big.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is Zone 1.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, this is not a temporary vision. We are in here for the long haul.
Okay, so how is the game going to justify me going back to the Gold Saucer every week?
You'll get there. Also, if you look at the your map, you will notice some names.
Brickweed, Knot and Lap, Sullen, Amarang.
Also, the name of the zone you're in right now.
Norvrant, Lakeland, the Forest of the Lost Shepherd, Fort Job, Amaro Keep, the Church of the First Light, the Rocktika Greatwood, Northern Staging Point, Inviolate Witness, Weathering, the Hall of the Thrice Born, the Hanging Tower, i.e. Ibsen's Castle, Radiska's Round, Wolves of Shadow, The Stay, Clearmelt, Ilmeg, Hair Among Giants.
We already had an Ibsen's Castle style dungeon, the Anti-Tower.
Oh yeah, true.
Also, this place is actually my favorite zone in the game, just because of how pretty it is.
It's kind of blinding.
It's very purple.
The light is harsh.
Oh, I can't use my mount. I'm walking, huh?
Yeah.
Check the weather, by the way, on the top right of the map. If you hold your mouse over it.
Yeah, my mouse, huh? Everlasting light, huh? Pixel's back in Mordona. So he is.
Saddest little quack.
Sorry, buddy. I'll be back soon for a given value of soon. Pixel's washed out by all this light. Too much screen glare.
Halt.
Oh, hey! The first Vieira of the
MSQ,
of
yeah.
the MSQ, yeah. Hey, sis.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
Love that accent.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Well, my favorite color is blue. My quest, yeah. I don't know my quest right now.
From where do you hail?
Gridania. Choice based on where you started.
Yeah, based on your starting zone.
My option is Ulder.
Same.
Gridania.
I'm gonna say the source.
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists.
So, you're a world traveler, huh? Yeah?
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Okay, so you've been everywhere in the world, have you, Kurt Gateguard? Oh, shit. Oh, she's a dancer. Oh, okay. Somebody other than me. One shot. Nice. Oh, crystal creatures. Interesting. Dibs on the jobstone.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
And what, pray tell, is that? Oh.
Yeah. He's not going to be coming in to save us from an assassination plot anytime soon.
Yep.
Everything all right, Captain?
And who's this? Oh, hey, it's this guy.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater. And a
Sin
weak one.
Eater?
That's a hell of a name.
I was about to say, that's a hell of a name. You have a great outfit, by the way, Kurt Gateguard.
On the lookout for more.
I mean, I'm not going to wear it, but...
But I see you've met my guest. I will escort her to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have.
Oh. So the Scions are here, then.
Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
It will be if you let it be.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions.
God, you're small.
Private.
Okay, so when we get to wherever you're leading me, you're going to take off the hood, right? Alright, motherfucker, who are you?
Right then. Before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
You're welcome. Explain.
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your...
Okay, so there's a Crystal Tower counterpart on every shard, I'm guessing. What's the connection between them? I like both of these dialogue options. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'll be hostile. Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused?
All right. Valid under the circumstances.
Yeah.
An inkling, yes. I can only beg your forgiveness. Matters here forced my hand. But all shall be explained in due course.
Yeah, due course is now. Start talking.
Let us begin with the glaring skies.
Thank you. I don't look up, I just stare fixedly at him.
Been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star.
Okay, so the flood of light and the loss of the shards is tied to the umbral calamities on Hydaelyn, or to the calamities on Hydaelyn. Okay, so 100 years here is... Was there a calamity 100 years ago, or are we talking about non-linear time comparisons? Well, don't answer that second part, but was there a calamity on Hydaelyn 100 years ago?
No.
Okay,
not exactly 100, no.
It was 5 years ago.
I mean, there have been 6 calamities, and one of them was a while ago. But no, there's not a timeline that lines up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, okay.
And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even
How do you people sleep?
Sin eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes.
Okay, your circadian rhythms must be all kinds of fucked up. Do any of your schedules align, or do you just kind of...
Someone who does sleep during the day can confirm.
Do you guys just, like, sleep whenever? None of your schedules are synced up, and everybody just kind of deals with that?
Is that not normal?
Yeah.
Though it meant depriving a world of its champion,
oh no.
I had to try. For in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
You're basically describing me and Doc.
Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
God damn it. Alright, lead on. And while we're walking, tell me about my friends. Okay, so this is a settlement at the foot of the Crystal Tower that is in the Shadowbringers trailer.
Love the aesthetics.
Oh, that aetheryte is white. Interesting.
City. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion.
I see a Rothgar.
Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol. A monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn
Oh, hey, an Amalja.
for salvation?
Okay, so not going to Garlemald.
Nope. He is small. He's shorter than I am. That shouldn't be possible.
Minimum height Makote.
Yeah, minimum height Makote.
And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Well, that's a cool quest complete jingle. So, Dancer and Gunbreaker are the classes from this
expansion. Yes.
Expansion, yeah. It is a little disappointing that you don't get them here. But I understand why they wouldn't lock them behind.
They learned their lesson after Heaven's
They made that mistake in Heaven's Ward. They weren't going to make people wait. I mean, like, imagine if you had to wait 2.5 years to get Gunbreaker.
Yeah.
After you started this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, thematically and flavor-wise, I would prefer it to be in the zone, but from a sanity and mechanical standpoint, I agree with their decision. Another gear coffer.
Yeah, it's they hit you with the gear coffers fast and hard at the start of every expansion, just in case you're, just in case you're rushing through it. Because, like, I mean, we have been living in post-game Stormblood for a while, doing all the content and stuff. But, like, for people, like, actually just going through a story, they don't always do that. Sometimes they're just, like, going through MSQ. And when you do that, you're going to need some new gear at this point.
Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. Lead on. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Yeah, they're usually blue. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. Ah, that's how they explain how you can go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. What happens if you don't? What happens if you don't attune to the Aetheryte here?
There is... You can just go back to that cave in Mordona, and just there's like a thingy you can click on to teleport back into Lakeland.
Okay.
Yeah, you go back in the trench, and everybody who was in the trench is very, very confused as to how you came back.
They're like, we have the doodad you picked up. Do you want to touch it again?
Yeah. There's also a corresponding spot here that will teleport you from the Crystarium to the trench. So it is possible to go back and forth without using Aetherites, but...
God,
Aetherites are way more convenient.
You pick that thing up, you hand it to Biggs, you pass out, your soul gets sucked out, and then a couple hours later, your body disappears, and you walk back in from the other end of the passageway?
Well, no, we didn't... It's like, we're here mind and body.
Yeah, fair enough.
We fully teleported away from Tataru.
Fair enough.
And you say, again.
After you have done so, walk up the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive in the Crystalline Mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catless, one of the people I should like you to meet. Is this whole area Catless? I haven't seen a Makote yet.
Minda's here.
I haven't seen a native Makote. You know what I mean. Another is
also,
Morin.
You've seen Hrothgar. They have cats.
Oh, yeah, true. To reach him in his cabinet of curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps. Take the exit on the left and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. God, what if the Makote Hrothgar relationship was each of them calling the other race cats and going, "That's a cat, but I'm not a cat."
I mean, they both have the option to say that to the Palika from the Rattler's quest. Like, wow, a talking cat. Have you looked in a mirror?
The third and final person I should like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh, that's why Gunbreaker is introduced to you by a Hrothgar. It's because Squall's theme is Maybe I'm a Lion.
Yep.
Ah! God damn it. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough.
Lore, be honest. Be honest with this response, Lore. Be honest.
Oh, God. To the right and down the where now?
Crystal clear.
My apologies. I forget how confusing the Crystarium can be for newcomers. Not to worry. I'm sure you'll soon become accustomed to its twists and turns.
Haha, very good. I can see the layout of Crystarium as more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the pun of just saying crystal clear, though.
Yes.
In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars, and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. I don't know, maybe I'm just suffering from Sin's toxin. Will they accept that? That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. Yeah? Is it true? Or are you from here? When you've finished making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then. No, I guess he is from here. He implied that earlier.
But he loves to be mysterious, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to thwap him upside the head with the most mysterious end of my staff.
Alright, let's get attuned to this place.
Exarchs be like, rule number 1, don't ask where I'm from, but you can think about it. Rule number 2, don't think about me, but you should think about it.
Oh, that's a lot of ether shards.
Yeah, I mean, this is the city. I mean, this is Kugane, is what this is.
True.
Yeah, or Ishgard.
Yeah. This is probably my favorite city, I think. The music helps a lot, but this is one of my favorite cities.
Yeah, this place is pretty cool. I do like the music.
Right. So where do you want to go first?
Oh boy, I've already forgotten all the destinations.
I did love you reading the dialogue and getting deflated, like talking to the civic leaders, talking to the crafters and gatherers.
I'll lead the way because there's like a fun area that you have no reason to go to.
Okay, lead on.
This way. So I literally didn't notice this until like a year after I started playing the game. If you go up this way...
I like the purple trees a lot more than the lavender ones, by the way.
Yeah.
They're the same
there's a whole, like, catwalk up here.
Yeah, I'm seeing the cats walk. They're both in front of me.
I think there's some sort of scientific, like, theoretical precedent to, like, if there were a situation where there was a shit ton of light, purple and blue leaves would fare better than green ones.
Interesting.
Yes, because
that's what inspired that.
Yeah, because of the amount of reflection that purple would have compared to green. That way they can.
Anyway, there's nothing up here. There's no reason to go up here. It's one of my favorite spots, though.
It's just cool.
And the place we're going to is directly below us, so let's just jump down.
I landed on the rope.
Wow, that didn't take all of my HP.
Ether shard.
Be sure to touch the ether shard.
Yep, already on my way. Musica Universalis.
Is that a spin-off of Europa Universalis?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's going to bother me conceptually that the market board here connects to the market board in Eorzea.
I mean, go ahead and try to interact with it.
Yeah.
Markets are not open to you at present.
You have a summoning bell for your retainers, too.
Yeah,
where's that? Okay, let's try that. The bell does not seem to be functioning.
The game did say, why would this work for you? What?
is this why Teddy's not here right now?
Yeah, I can't make it there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Errant retainer
the
cannot
retainer is on
right
the
now.
source.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, by the way, if you open up your... oh, never mind. You're in a...
Cutscene, yeah, sorry. New to the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. No, I've been here for ages. I just can't remember the paths. Welcome. My name is Broggy, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for V's such as... Oh, V's as in Viera, such as yourself. So finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. Sorry, Oh, they're called V's here. I'm actually a Viera.
Sorry, did you say V's?
Must be a dialect I'm not familiar with.
Aye, something wrong.
V's like that one indie game where you flip gravity?
Well, we did experience that on our way here. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a Hume. And the taller one is an elf! Finally! Finally! Oh, when was the last time they were called elves? Was it Final Fantasy I?
I think they were called that in 11.
Well, 11 doesn't count. Nobody. And the taller one is an elf. That sturdy individual over there is a Galgant.
Better question. How many Final Fantasy games have even had elves?
One did.
4 had a dark elf.
True.
It was like most of the time there are like fantasy races, but like usually not like elves and dwarves. It's like, you know,
the Guado were
Viera.
Basically elves.
Like the Viera are basically elves.
Yeah.
You know, like
they're in 1, 4 Heroes of Light and Dimensions.
Yeah.
Whilst the one with the horns is a Drawn. And then you have those large scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zune.
Unfortunately, they lost out in competition against the iPod.
Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Ah, same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Your exchange with Broggy has taught you about the peoples of the First.
So, I want to point something out. And I'm going to link you a couple images in the Discord. Because when I play through this on a Lalafell, I got a similar reaction, but the dialogue was slightly different in a couple important ways I wanted to highlight, so...
You are a dwarf, yes? Ooh. We don't get many of your lot coming down from the mountain these days. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Do the dwarves have different names for all the peoples of the world? Oh, that's a fun bit of dialogue.
Yeah, so dwarves / Lalafells just, like, aren't one of the civilized races.
Well, okay, the Lalafells are not the Lalafells are not civilized in Eorzea. Let's be real.
It feels like they're maybe like regarded with the same sort of vibes as the Amalja.
Yeah.
Oh God, Tataru's from the Beast Tribes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
anyway,
I'm torn. Do we tell Tataru about that when we get back or not?
So, talk to Braggy again, by the way.
I didn't point them out earlier, but I'm sure you'll spot a Mistle or another Ronso like me. Oh, fun! Sooner rather than later. Even V's like yourself aren't that unusual in this city. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, yeah. When I talk to him, he says V's like Captain Linka.
Lena.
Lena. Why did I say Linka? I don't know.
Aye, the Crystarium's long been a sanctuary for all manner of refugees. Except maybe the dwarves. Those lot prefer to keep themselves to themselves, in my experience. This is fun world building.
Yeah. Before we go off to the next person, let's get the... there's an ether shard closer that we should hit.
Ronso, that's fun.
And then we should just teleport back to the main Ethernet shard.
Oh, now you want to use my method, huh?
Yeah, we're head back to the plaza, and now we explore the northern half of the city.
On your way to the next person, can you go a bit south of the Aetheryte Plaza and look up? All right, let's take that detour real quick.
Oh, that is pretty.
I see a catwalk.
The dome is pretty.
Oh, yeah, the Crystal Dome. Oh, hey, there we go. That's what you wanted me to look at, the Crystal Tower.
Yeah, that too.
That's rad.
Honestly, it looks so... The yellowy skies, the blue crystal tower, and the purple trees is such a nice aesthetic. It's very synthwave.
Yeah.
It is very synthwave.
The path into the city, you meant. Okay. Well, we got to see something cool anyway.
What do you mean the path into the city?
They want me to look at something in the path into the city. Looking at it above. Oh, hey, there you are.
What are we looking at?
Oh, look up above the entryway.
Oh, we found Sanctorum.
Yeah.
I see.
Slime herself is the name of this this character.
They are also incredibly sharp.
All right, so now we're heading somewhere north. Pick direction. I am making the unwise decision to follow lore.
Well, up the catwalk.
Everything's different in the source.
Wait, no,
Lore
that's
has
not a
sense of
path.
direction. Everyone
Yeah,
follows her.
it is a path.
Oh, there's a path north on the catwalk?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, we need to go there at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Lore does have a sense of direction. It's called Frey. They're not on good terms.
I locked
It
her in a
is.
box. She doesn't get to come out.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, this is a nice little place.
Ether Shard is right around here somewhere. There it is.
Hrothgar being called Ronso is very charming because they very much do have some very Kamari looks as their options.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I'm just like imagining a situation where it's just like, Lore, maybe you should let Frey out.
No.
Is losing your sense of direction really worth it?
Yes.
Like, but Lore, last week you walked into a bar. Well, I needed a drink. A metal one! So, three lawyers walk into a bar. There was a scheduling mismatch.
Ha. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city? Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized, too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Always with you people with the kettles. What is Oh, hey, there's an Allagan orb over there. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those Ilmoran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours.
I really hope that Allagan thing, like, only interacts with us if we interact with it. I really hate unsolicited nerds.
It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. Well, he is partially made of rock, so I'm not surprised. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. Not very much. If you've aught to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catlas, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalline Mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Life in the Crystarium. I'm going to say you probably shouldn't highlight a message calling my attention to something. Tilmules.
Let him figure stuff out naturally. Let him think of things just as things go.
Yeah, I was getting through that conversation before I talked about this being summoned. So I wonder where the original one that he's either summoning or copying is from. Is it the one in Eorzea?
I tried talking to the Allegan node, you notice, and it just says buzz buzz.
Alright, let's see what else. There's an Ethernet shard over here.
Yep, up the stairs. Up the stairs. Oh, did you get that one? Yeah.
Wait, did I get this one? I did. Okay.
Yeah. There's another one up the stairs here.
And a Marrow-keep.
Oh, wait. Hang on. These are the chocobos from OGFF2, aren't they?
No, they're not. Those things were bald and looked like raptors.
Well, these look like raptors. They're creepy and wrong.
Let me get you the chocobo concept art.
Well, they might be inspired by those, now that you mention it. I never thought about that, but that could in fact be what their design is based on.
Here's a picture. I kind of don't see it.
I kind of do. What, did they look like modern chocobos in the final version of the game?
Yes.
Okay. So they were never like this in the games.
No. I'll share the picture in a chat for everybody. But yeah, that was just what they looked like in the concept art. The yellow bear thing is just what they ended up being after all.
Mm-hmm. Easiest way is to head back to the plaza again.
Sanctorum says I use an Amaro as a mount. Stopped using it on stream after you asked what it was mid Stormblood. I appreciate you doing that and not calling my attention to it. All right, we're going back to the Aetheryte Plaza, you said?
Yeah.
I think.
Because now we're going north, but we're going down the stairs, and there's not really any. It would be nice if there was a staircase leading from where we just were to downstairs, but there really isn't. So
is there no place for us to jump down?
No.
Yes.
Because we're going into the basement.
There actually
first of all, Ethernet shard. This way.
That's like 5 feet from the Aetheryte Plaza. Why is it here?
Because there's something useful there.
Yeah.
I'm on the way. Coming down.
Excuse me.
Okay. Before you go back to the main Aetheryte, I can show you. There is actually a place you can drop down. Melena's over by it now.
That doesn't get us where we're trying to go.
Kind of does.
Does it? Oh, there we are.
Oh, hey.
I didn't even know about this.
Oh, that's a drop! Now that took all my HP away. Thanks for launching me into that without letting me know.
Also, check out, there's like a whole underground lake under here. It's great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And a waterfall and all kinds of stuff. This whole area is very neat.
Oh, that's
and
rad.
The blue tree.
Where's the waterfall? Oh, blue tree, yeah.
Yeah, come over by me. We've got like some kind of mechanism hooked up to this waterfall.
What is this stewing cauldron?
I
all right,
know,
yeah, where are you? Hang on. Okay, that's much less of a waterfall than I was expecting. That is cool, though.
Yeah. Also, something I was trying to mention before: if you go to your teleport menu and look at your tabs, If you go through over towards the right, you will see one of the tabs is Norvrent.
Uh-huh.
That's been there the entire time.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple other things that don't have the name that are for Endwalker and Dawntrail, I'll bet.
Oh, okay.
Why is Norvrant after the Endwalker and Dawntrail ones? That's weird.
Distance, I think, from Eorzea.
Yeah, distance. Yeah, distance from
Eorzea.
Eorzea.
How much do I have to pay to teleport back? Not nearly as much as I would have to teleport from Kugane to get back.
Yeah.
It's because you're going via the whatever rift you created at the base of the Crystal Tower, so it's not as far. It's less zones to travel through.
True.
Yeah. I think the way they calculate it is like how many connections you're jumping, basically.
Mm-hmm. I remember when the price for teleporting was capped at $9.99.
Me too.
Well, I made over 800,000 gil from my retainers recently, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I always just use Ethernet tickets anyway, so I never pay for teleports. So I don't know what I'm complaining about, but still.
I only use the tickets on something over 700, but even so.
So this was the other reason I didn't really want to jump down here, because now we are very lost.
No, I see the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah, you just go east and then north. Oh no, you really are following law.
Crab Rangoons.
You said the name of a food, and my body vividly conjured the memory of eating it and got hungry.
You're welcome.
You said that just as I found a picture that somebody had made of Lahab.
Oh, I like this room. Oh, shit, I like this room. Hell yeah. Oh, hell, it just keeps going. Oh, this is awesome.
It just keeps going down, too. Here,
oh, shit, does it?
Yeah, go back to the ground floor and look below you. We don't have access to it because they would be pointless guff, but, like, you can look at the grate down below you.
That doesn't have books, though. That's less exciting.
Yes, it does.
Oh, no, I see them now. Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have books around the outside, though. Oh, that's disappointing.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
No, those are stone walls. Oh, no, I was standing here on top of the grate. I move away from the grate a little, and there's some books.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is rad. I love libraries.
Yeah.
Laura walks into the room, is just like, I'm going to live here while I'm in the first. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
This game does spoil you for choice when it comes to libraries, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Sephiroth. Excuse me, miss. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and, well, you are looking for social contact, aren't you? What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even. A scrap of scribble on parchment. Okay, you cannot possibly have read every book in this library. My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. You're right, he wants literature from where you're from. Oh, yeah, and given the context of he's trying to preserve the knowledge of civilization in the face of apocalypse, his desperation does actually seem pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Oh, so you have an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children. So, okay, now I'm insulted. Just a moment and I'll fetch it for... Okay, hang on. Why would you jump to that?
Because this is a visual medium.
Well, no, I'm talking about, like, in character. He's looking at me and he's like, okay, this lady just walked into town and she's asking about modern history, and I'm going to fetch her a children's book because I think she's got the reading comprehension of a small child.
Like, how to V age again? How do I distinguish between a child and an adult V?
Wait, do we spring forth fully formed?
I don't know.
Oh, you tell us.
Well,
nah, we have a mostly ordinary childhood, except for the fact you can't tell our sex until we're adults.
Just like normal rabbits.
Huh. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson, then.
Sorry, but that's like 400 pages plus. That's for kids?
Hey, kids deserve some intellectual respect sometimes.
It's this world's version of, like, the Calvin and Hobbes mega collection.
Oh, yeah, I showed that to you guys the other day. It's $120 on sale. It's normally like $225, which makes me so sad because I love Calvin and Hobbes and would love to own that collection. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light... known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrant, and Norvrant alone, spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived, including that lion statue, which is from Amdapor. Or at least we fought in Amdapor. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Norvrant's sky. Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. Alright, so that was year 1 and year 100. What happened in between? And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. I'm so lonely. The Flood of Light. The contents of a book may be immutable, yet depending upon one's perspective, the lesson one learns may be different indeed. In other words, I am very much in favor of revisiting a story one has already read.
in a world with podcasts, this guy would go crazy.
I noticed the world map had so much land. Oh, that was just like a circle of surface? I thought that was a picture of the globe.
Have a look again.
That was like one big white marble with a little circle of land left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awful.
Yeah. I took a screenshot, actually. I can post it for you if you want another look.
Yeah, let me see that again.
Oh, screenshot. Feel free to head on a little bit while it loads. I have a lot of images, so it takes a moment to sort.
Gotcha. All right, where haven't we been? We got to turn in this quest in the Excedra, but let's pick up a couple more Aetheryte shards before we do.
The last one is where we're going.
Fair enough.
The easiest thing to do is probably walk back to the plaza so you actually know where the fuck we're going.
Fair enough, instead of teleporting.
Yeah.
Okay, post the image. It's going through now. And there you go.
Oh, yeah, that is a little spot on the globe. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just...
I had thought that was a globe in the middle, and it was just showing us a world that was mostly land. But no. No,
it's a world that is mostly light.
That fucking sucks.
Lifeless, endless light.
All right, you say we should walk back so I know where I'm going, but it's literally just a straight shot up the stairs.
Yes. This is you. I wouldn't. I can't say you'd get lost in a straight line, mostly because you have got lost in a straight line.
Yeah. You say that as if...
Counterpoint, when have I ever walked in a straight line?
I think that's the problem, yes.
Yeah. And then we're heading this way. Yeah, there's the final Ether Shard next to the Exarch.
Is that the final one?
Yeah.
I thought there were still a couple I hadn't grabbed.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I guess that is all of them. Huh. Fair enough. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of the world and its people? Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the First in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. Although I don't know...
Something about the phrasing there cracks me up. It's like, oh yes, I needed to teleport you to the First, a human being, but I couldn't do that, so I started with this 1,000-foot tall crystal tower, because that was like the easier warm-up.
I mean, I suppose it's just like...
See, I'm slippery. I cannot be nailed down.
I mean, listen, it's like saying you can't hit the broadside of a barn. Can you hit the broadside of a crystal tower, though?
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably easier than pinpointing a specific person.
Yeah.
And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. So you're going to put it back at some point, right? More coffer. Matter of my comrade's whereabouts. About goddamn time. You've done as I requested, and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain, and explained what has befallen your comrades. Yeah, where are they? That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. Wait. Why did it suddenly get dark? Did a cloud pass? Oh, a cloud passed. Okay.
You're like, that doesn't sound right.
Just like that, then Grahatia is... Come again?
What? What is it?
Grahatia?
Yeah, he was the guy we locked in the Crystal Tower.
Oh, right.
You know, Danny was like, oh my god, I love Grahatia so much!
Yeah.
For a whole quest line? Yeah, that guy. You forgot him?
I knew his name. I was just trying to parse that in the context of my buddies who were brought here.
The context is we locked him in the Crystal Tower, and now the Crystal Tower is here.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, his house? Where is he?
So the question now is, because Exar just said that he doesn't know when the Crystal Tower came from. So either it came from the past, and the Crystal Tower just disappeared and reappeared in history at some point.
Yeah.
Or it came from the future, in which case Graha ought to be here.
Well, it seems he's not, because I am not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know?
So do you think the Exarch pronounces it comrade or comrade?
Oh.
Is it GIF or GIF?
And Exarch is like, do you mean... What, where is this? Do you mean comrade?
Lord, just steam starts pouring from her ears.
Yeah, it's pronounced GIF on the source, but GIF on the first.
So true.
No, because comrade is wrong, so it would be GIF on the source. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best that we focus on the present. Alright, in we go. They pronounce it Yif on the first. In that case, the people at Lore's home pronounce it GIF, and the Eorzeans pronounce it GIF.
Oh, and we know that we know the void is the 13th. Maybe there they pronounce it GIF, but they say graphics.
Greetings, madam. The Exarch awaits you within. Enter the Crystal Tower.
And then it makes you queue up for an alliance raid.
Right, considering the accelerated timescale that this game canonically takes place on, it makes sense that Lore would have Graha fresh in her mind, but I haven't seen him for a year and a half.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without...
You're like, Grahu?
Take off your hood.
I have much to explain. The truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are...
Yeah, my lips are sealed. Now unseal yours.
To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted.
Okay, so Y'shtola's an old woman then. Grand.
That said, we seem to be entering a period of...
What do you mean? Y'shtola is 23 and has always been 23.
Last year she was 23.
Yeah.
This year, 23.
Yeah.
Beat me to it.
As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
Okay. Alright, so how disjointed are Alphino and Alisaie from each other's ages now?
Even our more recent arrivals...
Finally, one of them is the older twin.
First for almost a year. My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete.
They came naked, huh?
Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are in truth merely spirits that one can see and touch.
I'm sure Thancred was fine with that, but I can see several of the others being pretty pissed that they showed up naked.
I have a feeling Urianger might not even notice.
Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Alright, well, in exchange for my help, you're going to work on fixing that, asshole.
Zach has terrible gotcha look.
He just had to make a
he
few
kept making
pulls
that
before he
pull
hit
for the
Pity.
Warrior of Light, and he kept getting Scions instead.
And it was only when he hit Pity that he got you, because it wasn't from the fucking...
Of course, that begs the question, the very dangerous question of which Scion was the trash pull, and I don't think I want to answer that.
Oh boy, no.
It's like a gachapon capsule. It's a gachapon machine. The only reason he succeeded is and he left.
Then find a way to send them back.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have
I'm imagining Loreweaver saying a lot of this through grit teeth.
And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source.
Okay.
This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
Less okay.
Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Let me guess, I got taken out by... Oh god, what would be the funniest and most humiliating way for me to die?
I mean, not funniest, but dying to Black Rose would certainly be humiliating. Just like after all the battles, just died to some poison gas.
That wouldn't really be humiliating, though, because that's like an extremely deadly and horrifying weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You finally started savage raiding, and the first time you ate something to be well fed, you choked.
Food poisoning.
Allergic to pineapple.
You mean pineapple isn't supposed to tingle a little bit?
What do you mean by tingle a little bit? Well, I can't breathe and my face is bloating.
Yup.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity.
Okay, how'd they figure that out?
Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades. And
No! No! No!
I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand.
Okay, let's be real, motherfucker. You haven't given me much of a choice here. What do you mean, decisions regarding my involvement? You've presented me with a problem that has to be solved, and I'm the problem solver of an entire world. And
What's
it's that
another
world
one?
at stake. Of course I'm going to try to stop this.
It's like, you've asked me for help, and I'm clinically unable to say no. I sealed that part of my brain away.
I turned that part of my brain off when I decided to play this instead of Baldur's Gate.
Oh god! Wait! When you got warped to the first, Frey was just left behind where you were. It's like, this can't be good.
Oh no! Oh no!
Frey got dumped into the Baldur's Gate universe.
I feel really nice all of a sudden, and I'm not sure why.
Frey's just like, Jotaro, we've got some people to kill. It's like, fall in.
Tataru, here's your new job stone.
Meanwhile,
We just get back into Taro's a Dark Knight.
She's become the warrior of darkness who will save us all.
She'd better.
Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
No, but I'll do it anyway. Aye, but I'll see you keep that promise.
For want of a better choice.
Excellent. You will not regret this.
All right, drop the hood.
With that settled,
Show me your face.
we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
You drag the hood off, and there's another hood underneath it.
You've heard of an international man of mystery. Get ready for an interdimensional man of mystery.
Okay, so let's think about this. Graha's not here, which means that either Zonde is sitting pretty at the top of that tower, or Graha gets out at some point in the future, and this is after that. The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. All right.
Yeah.
Markets. Looks under hood, it's Hildebrand. This world's Hildebrand is a very different person. God, can you imagine if that was Hildebrand's voice? That would be horrible. All right, Crystal Manderville.
father, please. Please, your devastating suplex. I beg of you.
You know what? In character, because I'm so fed up with this guy, I am going to call him the Crystal Manderville.
Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Alright, well, you shouldn't have told me that Hildebrand's never been voiced, Tilmules.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal.
No, don't double check. Don't tell me.
We agreed upon the term gil.
Yeah, we don't need information about anything in the future at all.
Yeah. Like, don't tell me things I haven't gotten to yet.
And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter.
So, if this isn't Y'shtola's body, if it's just her spirit, does she have her eyes back?
I guess it depends on how much she had integrated being disabled into, like, her identity.
Mm.
Some of which may be familiar to you.
Okay. You said that a little ominously. Oh. It's tombstones. All right. Poetic.
Expression.
iPhones.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home.
Oh, is this where the market board comes in?
Avan Kerm Sin?
Are you there, my friend?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Who the hell is this? Oh, it's a fairy?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task.
I like this more than the sylphs, at least.
This fine lady is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means
Just
to
waves.
ferry things back and forth from her home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift. How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
Do I?
After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
Man, the lamest warlock pact ever. Being able to buy things from another world. Do I at least get Eldritch Blast?
But answer me this, traveler.
Pretty sure that's
Do
just
your
Scathe.
garments come with you when you cross over? Your teeth, your nails?
Wait, is that a concern? Did Y'shtola come without teeth? Is she wearing dentures?
Like how Y'shtola is the only one you keep mentioning when you ask these questions. Worried about your Christmases, are you?
Small may easily pass.
She may only suffer if it's at my hand.
She is the most memorable of the scions that got brought here.
From this moment
What about the
forth,
twins?
I will be your Isnefis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling.
We've spent way more time with the twins.
Broken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
You're very concerned about your soul's ability to bite things, huh?
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Oh, the cruelest choice.
Oh. Oh no.
Choose your favorite. Choose your favorite potato.
It has to be Tataru.
I'll send it to Cryle.
Really, I'm surprised you're not going with Cryle.
Tataru is peak. Also, she's the one who saw me vanish in front of her eyes, so I think that's a bit more pressing of an issue for her.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
I've got to put Tataru at ease. Come on.
Come along.
I do like Phil.
They're pretty great. I like them.
Yeah, I like them so far.
That is they them.
Yep.
All pixies are they them.
Gotcha. Now have access to delivering Moogles, market boards, and summoning bells. Well, in the first, my very confused retainers.
Yeah. So now, whenever you, actually here, let's use that summoning bell now just to see it.
Ooh, I wonder if they do have special dialogue. Where is it? Over here.
Like, oh God, help! Where am I?
Oh, my adorable sapling, you have need of hopping frog, yes? But sing the word and let your beautiful branch do what only they can.
Yeah. Whenever you use the retainers here, we just talked to Fei Ul, and she's like acting as a mediator. And so somewhere on the first, your retainers are getting dreams of pixies.
I shall steal quietly from your voice.
Telling them to do their jobs. It's actually kind of horrifying when you think about it. Like, even in sleep, they cannot rest.
Little bit, yeah.
Oh,
they must always do their job as a retainer.
I keep forgetting I've got a retainer called Not Jack, apparently.
Anyway, on to dependents.
Yeah, for some reason, I looked at like my pre-saved designs for characters, and one of them was a Hrothgar called Jack. I'm like, who the fuck is Jack? So I used the Jack design for my retainer and called them Not Jack, apparently.
So not Jack, apparently.
Yes, all one word.
There you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodations. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. No, hey, I'm full of vim and vigor. Let's bring me to my friends. Thank you for answering my call, Lore. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. No, hey, get back here, motherfucker. God damn it. Alright, fine. They're probably not here anyway. Pleasure to meet you, miss. Welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready, if you'd care to retire. Yeah, sure. The retainers will venture here and bring back dungeon drops. Ha!
Yeah.
Oh, this is a
I'm just
fancy
imagining
room.
that they just have a dream and manifest here.
And stuff appears in their inventories and they don't question it. Oh, hey, it's this tune. Alright. Reaches up, closes window. You? Oh. Hey, buddy.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
Yeah, well, hey, don't spread that around, okay? And who are you? No, I know this guy. The Warrior of Darkness.
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Oh shit, are you a ghost?
Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and tried to hasten their god's damned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Nymphilia. How she listened to our pleas, and returned our souls to the first.
Yeah, where is she?
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrand, Minfilia and my friends. They surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away.
Are you telling me you lost Minfilia?
Leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 years.
It's been through a lot in the last couple of months that we spent.
Imagine carrying the guilt of being
he
manipulated.
is a ghost. He
into
just passes
ending
through
your
the
world.
cup.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
Oh boy. I've got some shit to tell you, buddy.
You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving. like those who try to save.
Well, now I have to save it just to prove you wrong.
Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light.
Okay, but maybe not all the time?
But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
He used to take a shower and he sat in the corner with it covering his eyes.
Hey, I've fireballed ghosts before. I don't even get under the blanket?
You know how hard it is to animate blankets?
I know. But I'm just like lying there on my back.
It is so
on Grandpa's shitty bed. That is Grandpa's shitty bed.
Ardbert vanishes from sight, and Loreweaver's like, "Wait, Ardbert, do you know left from right? I could really use some help right now."
Yeah, I don't know why, but for all of us, every race, you just sleep like a board in these cutscenes, and it's really, really funny for Al-Ra because their horns are sticking right through the pillars.
Yeah. So I just wanted to draw attention to something that's interesting and kind of reveals a little bit of like behind the scenes writing going on. When we saw Ardbert just introduced himself, and when we saw him last time, he was going by the name Arbert instead of Ardbert. And I don't think you've picked up on it yet, but if you look around at all of the NPCs around here, they don't use the standard racial naming conventions.
Yeah, you can really tell with this Makote.
Yeah, like there's a Makote over here who has a hyphen in her name. Which is just not how. Well, she's not even a Makote. She's a Mistral, remember?
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. So yeah, the Mistrals use a different naming convention than the Makote, and yada yada yada. And clearly, this is something the excuse for this that Ardbert just gives, like, oh well, we were using pseudonyms when we were on the source. There was really no reason for them to do that. Like they did.
The least creative man in the multiverse.
Yeah, and especially when he went from like Ardbert to Arbert, like that's a ridiculous thing. It's like, oh yes, my brilliant disguise, and it's like, yeah, no, it's like they just hadn't. They clearly had not done the world building for the first yet at that point.
Why even change it? Like,
yeah, exactly.
I think the idea was that it's so that they could live in our world without people being like, you've got a strange name.
Like, how is Ardbert any less strange than Ardbert? Ardbert seems like a normal name for Eorzea.
Well, and also just like say you're from somewhere else. Like it's like, oh, I'm from someplace. I'm a foreigner. I don't know.
I will say Ardbert sounds better than Arbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean like, it made more sense for the other ones whose names are a lot less Eorzean.
Yeah.
Was Arbert a kind of smudge of Albert?
Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it's just funny. Like, and like it reveals like you can tell when some of these things were written just by like just by like looking at the retcons they come up with to explain shit.
I mean, what's the point of the retcon?
Well, the point of the retcon is that he called himself Ardbert in Heavensward, and that's not a name on the first anymore.
Yeah, like I said,
I don't understand. That's like Ardbert is not out of place in Eorzea.
It's a bigger problem for the other Warriors of Darkness because like there's a Mistral and they had a dwarf with them.
Yeah, like
and we haven't met the dwarves yet, but you're going to there's some explaining they need to do there.
Okay.
Maybe we just felt we might as well give a discrepancy to this one too.
Yeah.
He
So
felt
he's
he
not
had no. He felt he had to fit in with his friends,
Yeah.
and he's the least creative man in the multiverse.
Headcanon.
What do you mean head cannon? He cut the heads off.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, I think that's a good pause point for a break. What do you guys think?
I was actually like to ask much because I need a bathroom break.
Cool. All right, well, we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I lost track of what time it was when I went on my break. That's about 10 minutes?
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
quite.
I think it's been around 10.
Okay.
Close enough, though.
Close enough, yeah. Is Dai back? It appears not.
It appears not.
He fell in the toilet. Okay, where are we going? Let's see.
And we are heading back to the Ocular.
Just got to wash my hands and I'll be back. Don't worry.
All right.
Excuse me.
All right, so we are about to have a choice here. And I know what choice the audience wants Lore to make. And I'm just going to say, let Lore play his game.
Okay.
We'll get there when we get there. Let Lore play his game. Everybody chill.
All right, I support that attitude. Portal to the source. That's how you get back, huh?
Yeah, the portal to the source is how you get to and from here without using Aetherites, if the mood strikes you to do that.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to...
Why did you give me Grandpa's shitty bed? I had a ghostly visitor.
Say it, it's kind of fun.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to...
Oh, he said he'd be back.
Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
Oh, am I going to have to choose which Scions to go for?
This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Ilmeg.
Yeah.
That is where you'll find Urianger.
What was that?
Sorry, I bumped my phone and decided it was going to start playing a video.
Huh. Weird.
Sorry.
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Raktika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
I think the Viera said that... Well, the V said that she was from Raktika, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
Oh, damn it. I wanted to see the V land.
As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
Ah, the fat Mikote from the trailer, huh?
For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, travelled south to the arid wastes of Armarang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters.
Sounds interesting.
In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
I wonder if she's had a class change.
So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first.
All right, well, first off, Alice is more fun than Alphino. And I think it would be pretty productive for me to see and interesting for me to see the front lines right off. So I'm thinking I'm going I don't have these backwards, right? Alphanos in Kalusia and Alices in Amarang?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So I think I'm going to Amarang.
Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
Ah, here we go. My only mount for this zone. Oh, that's...
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of
A
servitors.
new companion. Ooh. Oh, wait, no, that's just Minfilia. Okay.
Although, like, we still don't know what the hell her deal is.
Yeah.
Especially since Ardbert just told us she died, so, again...
Is it reincarnation? Is Thancred a little crazy and just projecting her onto the child? Who knows?
Yeah.
I still love that bit at the end of A Realm Reborn where, like, Tataru or someone is like, "Oh, Thancred, you like Minfilia romantically, don't you?" And Thancred's just like, "No, she's like a little sister daughter. What's your fucking problem?"
Yeah.
You know, your comments about Thancred is just reminding me of that game I finished playing this week.
Oh yeah, the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth podcast is sometime in the future because Dai finally finished the game.
Oh yeah.
Only took him 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
The game got better when I started ignoring the open world.
Yeah. Yeah, bear in mind, I actually like the open world, unlike you, and even I agree that the game would be better without it.
I don't hate the open world, but there's too much of it.
It's a well done open world. It's just unnecessary.
Here's the thing. I compare it to the other open worlds I've done and shit like Assassin's Creed or whatever, and it's so much better than that.
Yeah. It just doesn't need to be there. It's like that's the thing is that I understand why it's there because like we talked about this last time we talked about this where like the thing is like Final Fantasy said the original Final Fantasy VII and other JRPGs like it are kind of like a prototype open world game. It's like it's a big open field. But, like, because they were so primitive, all you could really do was run around the field and have random encounters. Well,
yeah,
the open world game has evolved, and Rebirth evolved with it. And so it's like, still a whole lot of fluff that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, would you have preferred they just walk from place to place with nothing replacing the...
Well, there would have been, like, scripted encounters, yes. And yes, I would have preferred that.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Like if you were just like walking along the road and like every however meters there was like the behemoth encounter here followed by the Tonberry encounter there, yada yada yada. It's like yes, honestly, that would be preferable.
Something like a better done version of what 13 did.
Well, I mean that's the thing is that like Remake, the first one really was just like a better done version of 13. Because the biggest cardinal sin of 13 is that like it makes no attempt to disguise how linear it is. Like if you look at the map of the first zone, it is literally a straight line. You are literally on a railroad. Like the game starts with you on a train. You get off the train and you are on a railroad for the first hour or so of that game. And
like, in its defense, the villains are specifically railroading the cast.
No.
Okay, Final Fantasy X is a ramrod straight railroad, and that does a lot to disguise the tracks. That's not an excuse.
Yeah, that's not an excuse. And so, it's like, and when you are literally running in a straight line, yes, you are going to notice how linear the game is.
Actually, I don't think
Remake is not any more or less open, than 13 is, but it like hides it better.
Yeah.
And it also breaks it up with occasional bits of side content here and there in a couple of chapters.
Yeah, I don't think 10 does a very good job.
Is it time for me to be the Minda emoji?
Yeah.
I've been sitting here for the past minute thinking, am I gonna have to be the one to be like, guys?
You can tell it's gonna be a good podcast episode when we get to it.
It's a reversal world where I'm the one being like,
All right, well, let's go.
I pissed Minda off, and he just went off. All right, let's go. This is fascinating, but have you considered Shadowbringers?
All right, so Alize.
Alize. Ready to depart for Amarang? Alice will be overjoyed to see you safe. Oh, also, we should probably meet up with her to reassure her.
Yeah,
it's fair.
I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was. Repeatedly. Well, she wasn't wrong.
They play coy about, but it's my headcanon that she absolutely punched him in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I only hope...
Especially with how kind of traumatic that particular summoning was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Cassard, the master of a merchant caravan, whose name I saw in my travels around the Crystarium. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch, and he will see that you reach your destination. You know, I'm sure it'll be great when I get there, but I'm so mad that the game is blocking me off from Vieira Town. Oh, and he has the mark above his head because you can talk to him to change your mind, I'll bet.
You don't even have to change your mind. You can just pick up both quests at once and just do them in either order.
Well, let's do Alize before we pick up Alpha.
There's no real point because once we complete the Alize quest, we're going to come back here anyway. So
yeah.
Actually, before we go there, teleport to the Crystalline Mean instead of the Amaro Keep. There's a side quest we need to pick up.
This is fascinating, but have you considered Shadowbringers?
There he is.
Oh, he's got a blue quest. What's your deal, buddy?
Uh-huh.
Hold a moment, sinner. You're not from around here, are you? A fellow wandering soul? An eternal inhabitant of the road? I thought so. Irlalth's the name. My aspiration is to travel the whole wide world, though it's a fair bit smaller than it used to be, so as far as dreams go, it's a lot more realistic than you might think. Fair enough. But danger still lurks.
There's some gallows humor there.
Yeah. But danger still lurks in every corner and around every bend. Even so, this sinner's got nerves of steel. He's a born explorer, Irlalth. There's no land too distant or place too forbidden, aye. But what is it that I spy poking out of your pack? A log. Aha! This is the lookout log. A log, if I am not mistaken. Give it over, if you would.
Oh, I suppose since we're here, I can mention something I suppose.
Aha, I thought so. A record of fantastic vistas and unforgettable sights. We're kindred spirits, a morrow of a feather. Excellent, excellent. Okay. What were you saying, Di?
Right, there's a mount you can get. It is a triple triad card, and in order to obtain it, you have to collect every single card from a Realm Reborn to Shadowbringers, and you show them to Godbert, who's like, I have overseen the creation of every card, and I see you have them all, and some more? I've never seen these ones before. He's very confused, but he's still happy to give you the mount.
Nice. Well, unfortunately, that's something I won't...
that reminded you of that?
What was that?
I'm trying to find your mental logic from here to there.
Well, I assume we're about to get an Amaro at some point soon.
Oh, my logic was, you've now got stuff in your log from another world. That would be really confusing for the person who put your log together. Oh, the triple triad cards are similar to that.
Okay, I see.
Sadly, I won't be getting that mount until I've caught up, because that's when I'll be doing the triple triad stuff.
Yeah. Well, and also, I've told you about this before, but, you need to do basically everything in the game to get that, because some of those cards come from Extreme, some of them come
One of them
from...
does.
Yeah, some of them come from raiding. Some of them come from completing the Fate grind in Shadowbringers, which I haven't done.
Bad. It's just time consuming.
You need to do a total of 600, and I need to do another 300 Fates in Shadowbringers.
If we end up grinding that, let's do it on Oceania, so I can work towards getting the Fate mounts.
Or we could just not do that. Anyway.
"'Tis only right that I share with you such wondrous experiences as you have with me. A collection of amazing vistas I catalogued myself that I guarantee will rival the best you have ever seen. Norvrant may be a shadow of its former glory, but there is still joy and excitement to be found, if you know where to look, my friend. So, I implore you, look, look, look! Follow in my footsteps, savor every moment of the journey. And then, when you feel you have discovered every secret of this realm has to offer, start again. I promise you won't be disappointed. There's only so much of it to see, after all." Yeah, once I catch up, there'll be a lot of miscellaneous things we do over the course of however long it takes for the next expansion to show up, and then between that expansion and the following expansion. So once we get there, we'll be doing things like the Blue Mage grind and triple triad and a bunch of other things.
Crafting.
Blue Mage
is a whole other thing.
Blue Mage grind can play nice with the Fate grind if you end up choosing to do it that way.
Yeah,
true. Well, the Blue Mage grind that I was talking about was getting all the Blue Mage spells.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a different Blue Mage grind you were talking about?
Leveling.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Although, honestly, just killing things is much faster than doing Fates.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was just saying.
Well, yeah, but I can
use Blue Mage for the Fates, which is very bad.
Yeah. Oh, that is true.
Two birds, one stone.
Once you have Blue Mage leveled up, you can just insta kill Fates. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we even insta-killed that one.
Anyway, how about Shadowbringers?
Have you considered Shadowbringers?
We're waiting on Law to walk over.
I'm coming.
I will never.
Yeah, also, speaking of sightseeing, I don't know if you've mentioned it or noticed it from looking at the Norvrant map a couple of times, but have you noticed that Norvrant is just Eorzea?
It's just Eorzea shaped, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I had not noticed that, because I haven't looked at the shape of Eorzea in a while.
Norvrant's really funny to me because it's in a world where the whole world was destroyed except for Europe.
Well, to be fair, Eorzea is a compressed Europe and Africa. But yeah.
If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Almarang, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away. Assuming you have everything you need? Well, I don't have a mount. I would like a mount that I can use here, please.
You can use all your mounts.
Oh, okay.
When he said amounts to get you to the place, he means a carriage, like the carriage to get us from the Crystarium to I can't pronounce it. Things.
Damn, I wanted that Amaro to add to my rotation.
Do you want to know where you get the Amaro?
Is it a spoiler?
No.
No.
Then sure.
You get the Amaro from getting every job up to level 80.
Ah, gotcha.
Every combat job, so that does not include blue mage or crafters, but yes, every. Yeah.
And it's genuinely a pretty great reward, and then the level 90 reward is like, oh, huh.
The level 90 reward the reward for getting every job up to level 90 is a stupid hat that you can't even see with most hairstyles because it's so small.
Yeah.
It just like clips into the hair dye.
Yeah. Yeah, my mullet is too small to. Sorry, it's too big to see the bloody hat.
Yeah, they learned their lesson and went back to the level 100.
From this parched earth,
oh, this music.
The bath her egg once rose. When I journeyed here long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armorang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
I'm about to pull out and see the edge of the world. Well, that's a cool city. Oh, this music is good.
It is.
The sort of shape of the melody kind of follows a similar melody to Maker's Ruin. Which
is a case of it should be impossible to win, but you do it anywhere.
Yep.
Let's hope that's the case for this world.
Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this alley-safe friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mord Soak to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good! Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I'd better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back.
Look at the
your map and look at the name of the fate, just southwest. Okay,
yes.
Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Pray destroy the waking sands.
Let's do it. We must do it right now. Let's go. We got 5 minutes left.
We got 5 minutes. Oh, is that what this world's cactuars look like?
Yep.
Yep. Gigantenders. Hello, Cassad. Not right now. We have a sands that are awake to destroy.
Oh, they are the cactuars. They have cactuar faces.
Yeah.
Lore cocking a gun. Sands haunted.
Literally, I've met the ghost. Oh, we've got somebody insta-killing this stuff.
They can do. It's a fate.
This is just what happens when 4 people do a fate at the same time.
Yeah, fair
Especially if the fate spawned in when the zone didn't have like 4 people in it.
Also, there's 5 of us.
Yeah. Because like fates and related type stuff in the game actually very quietly scale to the number of people in the zone.
Yes. I noticed that when the first time I did the Ghost Pokemon crossover. What's it called?
Yokai Watch. Yes.
Most Pokemon.
Well, it's like Pokemon, and there's a ghost.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's still...
Yeah, it's like...
I know, I feel a bit guilty about that, given the franchises I'm fans of.
Yeah, and like very technically, like Pokemon are already yokai basically, but
yeah. How would you feel if we just start calling it the computer Pokemon game?
Bicolor gemstones. Fates in certain areas offer
gemstones.
bicolor gems as rewards. Gemstone traders for rare items, some of which can only be obtained via these vendors. Hopefully, mounts are among those.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, for the mounts you need to get 500 bicolor gems and about 500 bicolor gem vouchers, and each voucher costs 100 gems.
It is quite
I
a
beg
few
your
bisexual.
fucking pardon?
It's quite a few bisexual gemstones.
Yeah, and there's 2 of those mounts.
So you need 50,000?
Yes.
Yes.
You need 50,000 bicolor gems. How many do you get? Hang on, inventory.
You just have 12.
12 or so. Although you can every
That's
now
still
and then
too
a
much,
fatal,
but
like,
yeah,
every now and then a fate will have like an extra mob in it that if you kill it, you get a bonus to your gemstones and like
that's
current fate in the next one.
Yeah, there's an ether current over here we should pick up.
And also the quest.
And also the quest, yes.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah, there's also a pair of wings that you can only get for the same amount of bicolor gems.
Yeah.
I like fates, genuinely, especially if you can find a good fate party. It's especially since I think as of Dawn Trail they made fates give more experience than before.
Well, one of the things we'll do when we catch up is we'll do miscellaneous stuff like fate grinds and bullshit.
Yeah.
Like we'll have a day where we just grind fates as a group activity with viewers.
But anyway, so bicolor gems are the new currency for fates. In Stormblood and previously, you get Grand Company seals for completing fates, and now you get these things, which can be turned in to buy things in various zones from here on out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually use my bicolor gems to get crafting materials because there are a lot of those.
Good news is each expansion also increases the amount of bicolor gems in the new content.
Oh.
So in Dawn Trail, with the right RNG, you can get as many as 50 for a fate.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's less bad. You still need to do 1,000 fates per mount.
Yeah,
that's
correct.
That's insane.
And that's only with the right RNG. Specifically, you need a fate that has a boost, as well as the boost from the previous fate's Forlorn Maiden. And
anyway, have you considered Shadowbringers?
Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that! I can't turn around. The camera won't go that way.
My other view.
Not your ass. That. That is pretty cool. Those mounts are on the short list of mounts Dai doesn't have yet. Ah. Maybe we will do it on Oceania then.
Yeah.
Is there a look? Oh, there's a destination here. Okay. This bridge is where you fish up one of the most infamously difficult fish in the game. Oh. Well, I'll never do fishing, so...
Is that where Cinder Surprise is?
They built them big, didn't they? That's Khazar Sharl, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabatharang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say it was once one of Norvrant's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabatharang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mord Soak. Let's press on, shall we? Oh, that is a big-ass, like, whale skeleton in the sand.
Yep. So yeah, I posted a couple of
I
maps.
should turn off mount music. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Also, yeah, I posted a couple of maps in the server so you can look at them, and if you look at the maps, it is very clear that Northrend is just has the same layout as Eorzea, which makes this zone basically the equivalent of Thanalan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently Northrend's old dad got devoured by the flood.
Yeah.
Which you can see in the distance with the big wall of crystal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like those giant cactuars. That's cool.
Yeah. The cactuars they added in Dawn Trail are...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Either fascinating or horrifying. In this, it's just either way.
Or both.
Here we are, Lord Soak. By the blessed shadow, I love this town.
Blessed shadow.
That is an interesting saying.
I did this bit, Melena. I did this particular bit that we're on as a black mage that got fucking eaten by the mobs around here. Yeah.
Good thing I'm level 82.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your gear's not, so you're still only got the same stats as a level 70.
Yeah, fair enough.
In fact, I think you actually take a little bit more damage because of the weirdness with how the game scales damage.
Oh.
There's a person that's been... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
Not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others, too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, are those, kobolds? Yeah, they are. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived.
Yeah. I've talked before about how I like to pick thematically appropriate jobs for going through MSQ, and for Shadowbringers I went through with Dark Knight and Black Mage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of the only times I've played a lot of consistent Black Mage. Because, you know, it seemed fitting to be a Black Mage Shadowbringer.
Definitely.
This time, that was before Reaper was in the game, so this time I'm going with Reaper because that's also very fitting.
It's the class you picked for the art, I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're the Shadow Bros, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've mentioned that before. I believe I made a very good point.
Vouchers cost 130k each, it seems, which makes voucher mount roughly 20% more expensive than the ultimate Gil Sync mounts cost. Wait, hang on. You need 500 vouchers per mount, and they cost 130,000 gil each. I guess that the amount of work you have to do for those mounts justifies that price, but holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Very clever way of them regulating the economy by making that sellable, actually, to be honest.
51 million gil per mount.
Yeah, well, and like the gold sync mounts typically run 50 million, and those are just sold by vendors, so that's like a flat price.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have one of those.
I could afford to buy one of them, I just haven't yet, because I have better things to do with my gil.
Oh, the crystal is half white, the aetheryte is half white, half blue, because the world's being taken over by the light.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the aetherytes themselves have been corrupted by light.
Yeah. Good thing we have a free company vacuuming in cash. How much do we have in the coffers now, Melena? You know what? I'll be insensitive. That's a kobold.
I feel there may be complaints if I were to request that money to get myself another mount.
Master Gangan, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you.
That is not the voice I expected to come out of Cassard's mouth. We have 67 million gil. All right, toss 50 million of that my way. I'll get a mount.
Oh. I mean, to be fair, you could also just afford a larger that much. A large house.
Yeah.
True.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in mods.
Have we heard a kobold get voiced before? That was not what I was expecting.
I think so. A couple times.
I don't think so, actually. Unless Gabu's spoken.
Yeah, there were when I think when like Gabu got his parents killed. I think that was a voiced cutscene.
I'm not certain.
I don't remember.
You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Maud Sook's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Maud dig up.
It kind of sounds like Nigel Thornberry.
God, have you ever seen the picture of Nigel as his magic cap with it splashing?
All right, everybody, hush for a minute. I've been asked if I recognize Gengen's voice actor, and I want to listen to his voice directly.
That is why they come here. Come from far away. Come with much money. And so Asuk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
No, I don't recognize that voice actor. Who is it?
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed.
So, is this just like... hang on. Is Hydaelyn the bad mirror universe?
Now then, if you intend to spend
Suppose
any time
when
here, you'll want to gain the
this
trust of the
level of an apocalypse happens and the population drops so low.
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
Being racist is probably not very productive.
When all that exists, well, then I was gonna say when all that exists is fantasy Europe, it becomes harder to like isolate yourself from other people. But I know a lot of like specifically white Europeans love to split hairs about their ethnicities. So,
as the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very...
Oh, so I don't need to spend any of the 3.5 million gil I've got burning a hole in my pocket?
A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Oh, uh-oh.
Real Verbert gold?
Uh-oh.
It's weird seeing the kobold faces.
Yeah, I like it. I've always hated their weird outfits. I like this a lot more.
Very goblin hats as well.
Oh, you want my goods, newcomer? I have
Typical goblin, not 14 goblin.
Wait, do all kobolds have that same voice actor?
No.
Over here! Come and look! You buy? Enough of that! Come, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Hang on, have I heard this voice before?
Yep. A couple of times, actually, with a couple of different characters.
It's vaguely familiar. Alright, I give up. Who is it?
He's actually voiced, like I said, he's voiced several characters in this game.
In this game. Okay, I thought you guys were making it sound like I should recognize him from another work.
Oh, no.
Not really. But yeah, the big one is he was Papalymo in.
Now that you say that, I recognize the Papalymo.
He also, incidentally, which I didn't know until I looked it up just now, he voiced one of the pirate guys in the Ruby Sea.
Ah.
So yeah, he gets around.
I like their weird little faces.
They're almost Kirby-esque, with the, like if Kirby had a body.
I like the implication that Kirby does not have a body.
He has a head and limbs, and that's it.
That's fine.
Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Lembas bread, for example. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes?
I already know exactly what I'm going to do here.
Oh, a choice coming, huh? Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out, target a foodstuff, and inspect it with R2 and X.
Oh, Lord, I'm so sorry.
Oh, oh no! 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 Oh! How dare you! Oh no! Oh, you monster! I'm not even gonna look at that! Oh, get it off my screen!
You have to.
I have to?
Yeah,
oh, no!
You have to examine everything to complete the quest.
Oh, you'll like those chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks. Spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking.
Tastes like chicken. Tastes like chocobo.
Please don't read the left one out, by the way.
Okay. That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. Hey, tortillas. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Oh, that's gross. Oh, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna dwell on this.
Right, finally something normal, and then no.
Right, we're just gonna skip past that for both of our sakes. Oh, I can select Ronron? Oh, I should have selected Ronron. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Which to choose?
I think he's just like, Ron. You pick Ron, but you can eat Ron.
Ever burning bounty. I'll go with the meat.
I did this on my main character. I went with the last one because it sounded the grossest, and I thought that would be funniest. This time, I am going to torment Lore.
You monster.
Yeah.
Your history's second greatest monster, beaten only by the guy who skewered the frogs.
They are already cooked. At this point, it's just a waste of food.
You can't take the chicken out of the nugget.
It's the principle of the thing. Yes, put some spice in your step. You won't feel the cold this night, and probably not the next one either. You have the gold. And done. One Vobertite honor buys you 10 sides of lizard meat.
I got 40 loaves of bread.
Holy shit. On my dismayed face.
God. Yep, same. I mean, if the meat was cooked, it might not be so bad.
Oh, no.
I got 65 frogs for my gold.
I think you... Oh, no.
Speaking of large numbers of frogs, you ever think about all the alive frogs in Lore's inventory and the havoc they'd wreak on this ecosystem if they were released?
I should drop one bullfrog in every zone. Be released, my pretties. I think I'll share the rest.
Every last mouthful!
Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for her great generosity and small appetite.
What an appetite! What a belly! A new legend is born in Modsuk!
Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gen Gen will be pleased that you honored ours. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns. Alright, Ronald's McRonald, let's get away from you.
McRon runs.
I was watching from here, Lore. You honored our custom, and with great relish. Honestly, I don't even like relish, and that would probably have helped. You will always be welcome in Mord Soak. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide. More gear coffers. You have courage, my friend. Ron wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow.
Well, I mean, if you've been keeping up with the news, it's probably healthier than eating at McDonald's.
True.
I mean, like, Cosmo would have a bellyache. I ate 40 loaves of bread.
I ate 65 frogs.
You.
Which is
I'm disowning you from this friend group, Minda. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mord Soak. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for. You just need to do the lifting and carrying. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. Market receipt. Okay.
So we actually have to read the quest description to find the correct things to click on.
Table cactus from Tauntaun. Iron ore from Thal Tal. Nabatharang antiques. Mill to be collected from Mool. Okay. Oh, there are wrong things you can pick up, I see.
Yep.
There's Tall. Okay, I have to actually... What am I getting from Tall? Iron ore. Oh, he's going to yell at me for just grabbing the ore, isn't he? Gassard sent you, did he? Right, yes. What kind of ore was it again? Iron ore. Iron ore, of course. That would explain this box I have here. It's all yours.
Were you just sitting here like, why did I bring this?
No, he was trying to pull one over on the newcomer. But I knew exactly what I was after, so he gave up. There's Tauntaun.
Quick, cut him up and then hide in his guts to survive the night.
Table cactus. So what is that mount that Sanctiferum's on? Oh wait, no, Cynthia is Cynthia, not...
That's the
Cynthia, that's the card mount.
Ah, yeah. Gotcha. You came in with Cassard, yes? Good, good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please, take your prickly purchase.
Cynthia is Cynthia, you say? I hadn't expected that.
Mool Mool. Alright, what is the thing I'm getting from Mool Mool? Nabatharang Antiques. Hey, no touching. That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. What? Cassard sent you? Why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no, no, no. Nabatharang relics, wasn't it? All packed in that box there. Handle with care. Don't tell me you've been round the entire market already. Aye, that's the lot, all right. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands.
Oh, you have no idea.
Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. I could just go and find Alice. Cassard, it feels like an age since I last saw you. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Alice. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention.
Eddie, stop eating.
Wait, I know who you are. Alice has told me so much about you. You're Lore, aren't you? What gave it away, the jacket? It's a pretty distinctive jacket. I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Lore's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium.
I legitimately thought I was muted. My apologies.
No worries. Take care with your desert crossing, and good fortune with meeting your friend. I'll be around when you're ready to head back to the Exarch. A desert crossing. Alice has been desperate to see you, Lore, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. Okay, so I'm wondering if we're going to spend the entire expansion in this area and get back to the Garlean War in Endwalker. Huh. I wonder if there will be errands I have to run back in Eorzea. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside.
Before we do that, there's an Aetheryte quest we should do.
Hey, back to Gengen. Excuse me. Greetings, friend. You like helping people, yes? Maybe you can help me too. You see, my son Gun makes me very proud, but very worried. He works very hard, too hard for his own good. He follows orders, yes, follows them until someone tells him to stop. This is very dangerous, bad for his health. I need you to speak to him, persuade him to rest. He should be near the Red Sarai, probably leaving no stone unturned in his search for relics. Please, tell him his father orders him to stop. Hey, I got the porgy. Oh yeah, it does have a little crown on it. One sec. Gotta refresh chat.
Nothing's happening in chat because everybody's talking in spoilers.
Fair enough. I'm sure my last statement set off some discussion.
Oh,
some of them.
Spoilers has been exceptionally active today.
Oh, I'll bet.
That's Shadowbringers.
Yeah, start of an expansion. And start of Shadowbringers in specific, yes.
Everyone has a lot to say about Shadowbringers.
Yeah, the reaction to your theories have been very interesting.
I wish I could see them. I wish I could go back and see them when I finish. It's why I asked so many questions about that stuff, is because there's no way for me to see the discussion that happened.
Yeah.
I think when I played through, I also picked Alizé first, just because favoritism.
Yeah.
Search the nooks, search the crannies, search high, search low. I'm sure it rhymes in kobold speak. Oh, sorry, I did not see you there. Are you lost? Father says I must rest. That will not do. No, no. I will stop, but not yet. I need something to show for my efforts. All this scrabbling, all this searching, and still no shinies. You came here to tell me to stop, but if I refuse, your job will not be finished, will it? That will not do either. Wait, I have an idea. If you help me find shinies, my job will be over, your job will be over, and I can rest. Simple, yes? Win, win, win. I like their weird little faces a lot.
Yeah. They're cute in a weird way.
Look under that rubble and find whatever there is to be found. Maybe it will be valuable, maybe not. Either way, let us keep searching until we get at least one shiny.
Yeah, I remember I agonized over the choice of which one to do first, because it's like, no, You're literally making me choose my children. Pretty sure the first time I did this, I ended up picking Alphino first.
I picked Alizir first.
Yeah.
Me and my little friend both did it together. We're both like, it's got to be Alizir.
Yeah.
I do feel satisfied that I did because I feel Alizir has the better opening.
There are pros and cons. Both routes have their own little flavors to them.
Yeah, they both provide each other context, and I just feel it flows better slightly this way. So I'm glad Lord picked this.
What did you find? Not more rubble, I hope. Ancient signet ring. Oh, this looks very special. Such pretty patterns. I have never seen one like this before. But how much is it worth? I am an expert in finding shinies, not a historian. Perhaps we should ask someone. Once we sell it, we will divide the profits between us. We worked as a team, so half for you, half for me. Fair is fair.
Let's just hope it's not.
Oh yeah, we will definitely do that right now. We have nothing. We will do this immediately. And okay, fine.
Yeah, we'll probably get back to that.
In a decade.
Yeah, once I catch up. All set. Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. Well, most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance. The local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? I thought you might. Alice was always saying how much you... let's get going, shall we? How much I, like to fight? Like to shove fireballs up things' asses? Yeah? Yeah? What you had to say about me?
There's a fake going on right now called Tolba Number 1. Reference to an old Square fighting game on PS1 called Tobal Number 1.
Oh, fun.
My brain went to Mambo number 5.
Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. Nah, I've got a frontline fighter to take that for me. I'm fine.
Hi.
And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alice was strong, but in her mind, she was never... That would make sense. Well, we should push on. Wait, did I give Alice an inferiority complex? Oh, no. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions.
I can't unplug my mic and I needed to futz with things to get it back up.
Vashik was like,
Good kitty cause trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Kochek.
Wow.
Bringing friends. We can add them to the fight.
Why can't I interact with the destination marker? Ah, there we go. Alright, I'll help with the fight.
I mean, you can summon the enemies first and kill them down with AoEs.
I'm sure I'll do that. After I get out of that AoE. Wait, hang on. High-level people with their high-level gear, please stop killing the things that we fight so that we can actually play the game. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. The coyotes were bad too. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn.
For all of his mistakes, Alphino has an area in which he excels. Alice kind of sees her utility as we have Warrior of Light at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the name of the tower you're next to on the map. Hey chat, how do we feel about Twitch Tower? Wow, that voided the warranty on your car there.
It's fine.
These ancient lizards look like slogs from Oddworld.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't played that.
I'll get you a picture.
Oh, the thing is actually kind of cute in a weird way. All stubby and stumpy.
Here's a picture of a slog.
Oh yeah, yeah, that matches. Oh yeah, that is just Eorzea. Huh.
I mean, there's some slight differences in geography, but yeah, almost identical.
This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we?
Don't worry, we're used to it.
It's what I do. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alice arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted?
It's not contagious, is it?
You don't know?
Contagious? Well, no, not as far as we know.
I don't think I've met anyone besides Alice who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. Are they like the Crystal Exarch? I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alice give you the full explanation. Alright, let's attune!
Oh, don't forget the Marrow Keep.
I just turned around 320 degrees to find the Damara Keep.
That's a couple degrees less than normal. I'm proud of you. You're improving.
Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose. Why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out the south side and you'll soon see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Remind me, is Cloud's bike a Cloud's bike is a store mount? Is it for all characters or just the one?
All characters. It
So
also
the speedrunners aren't allowed to do random mounts when they when they run this game.
Probably not.
I remember looking at the times for A Realm Reborn, and I think it's 14 hours to complete A Realm Reborn from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Alice is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. Can you unsync a trial or dungeon the first time you do it?
Yes. But, oh.
I did most of the Realm Reborn trials that way, to be honest, because I outleveled them before I got around to running them.
I've been doing some unsynced on the character I'm trying to power level to join Melina and Crow. Could be going faster, to be fair. There's a lot of quests.
That speedrun is A Realm Reborn through the Bloody Banquet, I see. There's a whole series of a guy going through the game solo. Ooh, that might be fun to watch when I catch up in 2 years.
Yeah, I was going to actually mention that earlier.
I told you about him a couple of times. He had a the biggest obstacle he ran into was what's his name?
Susano.
Oh, yeah.
Susano,
because like Susano has a thing that's very tricky to solo with the gear he has access to at that point in the story.
If you if you do watch his fight against the Ultimate Weapon when he finally soloed that, if you keep an eye on the chat, I'm in the video.
Oh, nice. He just beat Susano in his edited videos. Ah.
Yeah.
He had to. Yeah, I won't spoil and stuff, but yeah.
He had to grind Pictomancer to 100 in Palace of the Dead to do it. Wow.
Yeah,
He couldn't even do it. He couldn't even use Heaven on High because Heaven on High unlocks like almost immediately after Susano.
Yep.
Oh, that poor bastard. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. All right, let's see her new outfit. That is freaky.
Get back here!
She spots me and just face plants.
It can't be.
See, Alice, you're doing fine. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
Hey, listen, I had no control over it. I would have been here like 5 minutes after Thancred got sucked here, but the Crystal Exarch kind of sucks at his job.
How are you?
Grumpy is how I am.
We have the cosplay shot, the panning cosplay shot for people. How does these outfits just get better and better?
Yeah.
We've fought them to a standstill then.
Good luck for her.
I like it. It's growing on me. I like it better than her Stormblood outfit.
Yeah, well, because I mean, she really does just get better. Because first she's wearing the twin thing with Alphino, which is kind of cringy, and then her Stormblood outfit is okay, but it's just way too tan. Like,
yeah, her Stormblood outfit, the design is great, but the color doesn't suit her.
Yeah, the color's just like, it's way too beige for someone with Alize's personality. And now she's like actually wearing enough red to be a red mage.
I think she's still got too much beige on her, let's be real, but
yeah,
it's an improvement.
The fact that it's like up near her face is a bit of a problem. Like if they just reversed the colors so that she had like a beige undercoat, actually that'd probably just make her look like she was naked. Never mind.
So instead of a red mage, she's a red beige.
But it is still an improvement over the Stormblood outfit.
Yeah.
I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived.
Well, I haven't told him yet.
I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least.
Wait, did you assume I went to Alphino first? Oh, you really do have an inferiority complex because of me.
How frantic Tataru and the others must be. I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision.
Yeah, we do have a problem to solve. But hey, we're the problem solvers.
He may use 10 words where one would suffice.
And sometimes we're the problem.
As much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood.
Really? Because it looks orange to me. Oh, and now I notice the buildings caught in it. Wow.
Yeah.
From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam.
To be fair, it's
Colossal
catching the
wave
light
of
from the
pure
sky.
light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant.
What'd you say?
It's catching the light from the sky. That's why it's got the coloration.
Yeah, true.
I think it's more like just for the same reason that like black is often turned into purple for, aesthetic reasons. Like if it were just all white all the time, this would be a very bland expansion.
True.
Art-wise.
But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations.
Oh, so the Sin Eaters are people.
Yes, that's
And
how
that
the
one at the
Sin Eaters
start
came
had
to
that
be.
ring on it.
They were once living.
Oh, that wasn't a sin eater that ate him. That was him.
Caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger sin eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities.
Well, that's fucking horrifying. Holy shit.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're basically the opposite end of the scale of void scent.
That exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason. Which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eater's victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Well, that's fucked up.
Welcome to the Sin Eater Hospice.
Jesus Christ. It's just a matter of time, more for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters. Which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, and you clear the west. That way, you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. Thanks? These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting.
So yeah, that's the reason why...
But without the music, damn it.
So yeah, that's it's like you picked up on it while watching the trailer, but this is the reason why Sin Eaters has sharing aesthetic with a bunch of the stuff we saw in Amdapor. It's because they're both creatures of light.
Yeah.
The same way Void Scent are creatures of darkness.
Forgiven Cowardice. Wow.
Yeah.
Sin
Eaters have a fun naming convention.
I love the Sin Eater naming convention. It is good.
I like the subdued music for this zone better than this rock track.
Yeah, I don't like the battle theme for this expansion.
Yeah, I don't like the generic enemy battle theme for Shadowbringers. It's like the one weirdly out of place feeling bit.
Yeah, the one bad track.
I have a friend who loves it, and I don't really get it, I'll be honest. I love the random battle theme for Dawn Trail, I'll tell you that much.
Hey, it's actually a good track. It just doesn't fit at all.
Yeah. It also, like, the thing I don't like about it is that it takes, like, 20 seconds to ramp up. So it's like it just takes so long going, and it's like, okay, get to the point, please.
I wish it started as a
yeah, like that. Like that would actually be helpful.
Excuse me. Hey, there's Pixel. I finally brought him with me.
Yeah.
Oh, I should bring out Pixel. Hang on.
there's a ether current near-ish that we can probably find.
544 southwest.
I can't tell if it's in this half of the zone or the other half of the zone.
I think that might be just over the gap.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind. It's in the back half of the zone. So this is the thing. I pointed it out in Stormblood. Like, almost every zone does this from Stormblood onward, where, like, you go through a zone twice, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You go through one half of the zone, you leave, and then you come back through another entrance, taking you through the other half of the zone. And so...
Some zones do it more subtly than others.
Some do it more subtly than others. Some just don't do it at all. Like the final zone, you usually only go through once. But it is a very good way of extending the life of a zone within the MSQ.
Definitely. How did you fare? I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually, these lesser sin-eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin-eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Really? I killed 2 of them. Also, let's think for a moment, are any of the Scions going to get infected before the end of this? Might be Alice, actually. Alice might get infected before the end of this and have that, and curing her put a strict time crunch on the plot. If I were going to inflict maximum pain on the player, that's who I would infect. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? She hasn't been telling you stories, has she? Oh, gods. Alice tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the 2 of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alice has missed your company. Everything is always, if Lore were here, she would... That's an exaggeration! And I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Lore's methods.
Of course you do. It involves explosions.
Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself.
No, Frey's not allowed out.
Gasp! Oh no, is Alice jealous? I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets, just as you do. Okay, so how much more do we want to do before we end? Because we're at 4 hours.
Up to you. If you're feeling like more, go ahead and do more. There is some stuff to see.
I think this is a good time to stop.
This is also a good time to stop if you'd like.
Because, like, I think if we do more, we'll have to stop in an awkward spot.
Yeah, and Minda's gotta get going soon, I'll bet.
Not really. I'm just saying, it's like, if we go now, we're going to have to go for another 45 minutes.
Ah, yeah.
If we stop now, we'll start off strong next stream, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it's either stop now or go 45 minutes, and
yeah,
I could tell
I'd be fine going for another 45 minutes, but you know,
I could tell you how many more quests are on this branch.
It's fine. It's
now let's call it here.
Yeah.
And give my thoughts on the start of Shadowbringers. There was a lot I was not expecting here. I'm sure you guys laughed your asses off at me when I was giving my theories.
Yeah, this is why, like, last week or 2 weeks ago, we were kind of like egging you on. It's like, oh yeah, what were you looking forward to seeing in Garlemald?
Oh,
it's like,
God.
oh, you think Minfilia will be the big bad? Tell me more about that. What's her motivation?
Oh, God. I was married to that theory, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Very interesting. If I had to make a wager, I'd say Alice's probably getting infected with light before the end of this story, and we have to save her by winning the battle. But, Well, I don't know, actually. This could be the expansion where she comes into her own, rather than having to get saved once again by her big sister. But,
Not sure she sees you as a sister, given what Tesleen just said.
True. I view her as a little sister. Let's go with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I see the twins as little siblings.
But it would be a really cool stake to put up there to have Alice be infected and turning into a light zombie, and we have to save her. Especially considering how it would dovetail with her arc. But then it would probably undermine her arc of coming into her own. I'm not sure. If any of them get infected, it's probably going to be one of the twins. And I'm not sure which or if it'll even happen.
Alright.
And I'm sure Spoiler Chat is screaming about that prediction.
Oh, very much so, yes.
Oh my god. Alright, well, that's where we're going to end for today. So I'll read my schedule and get off. Before I do, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/LoreweaverStreams. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video and can be found with the !Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon. It's my sole source of income. And I make enough to pay my rent and my bills, but I'm mostly just scraping by beyond that. And I have to save up for a move that I'm making in June. So if you could go to my Patreon and pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream or anything in between, I'd be grateful. I'm grateful to everybody who pledges, because you're the reason I have this strange, silly job that fulfills me and I love so much. If it weren't for you guys, I would be doing something soul-sucking and way less fun. So, thank you. I appreciate it. I'd also like to plug my YouTube channel, @Loreweaver on YouTube. The link can also be found with the !YT command in Twitch chat. I upload all my streams to YouTube. Everything from the last 8 years is there. The whole Final Fantasy XIV playthrough is there. I'm sure you'll find something you like. There's a wide variety to choose from. If you're watching this on YouTube, I stream live on Twitch almost every day at 1 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/Loreweaver15. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video. Come hang out and chat while I play. I love talking to people while I stream. And watching me live is apparently a very fun thing to do, because you get to scream about my theories. So I look forward to seeing you here. Finally, the schedule. Tomorrow, I will be playing Slay the Princess's new Pristine Cut expansion, which has a bunch of new content. That's going to be for a patron. I'm looking forward to it. A great game, by the way. You should grab it. It's $18. And it's absolutely worth the money. Fantastic game. Monday will be Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for a patron. Tuesday, I will not be streaming. Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be playing Super Paper Mario for a patron. Thursday will be The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky second chapter. Wait, no, that's Friday. All right, yeah. Friday will be The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky second chapter for a patron. And then next Saturday, we'll be doing Final Fantasy XIV as usual. We'll be starting with the Halloween event because we've got to get that in. And then we'll be doing more MSQ. So look forward to that. So for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye. Have fun, stay safe, and be brave enough to be kind.